when I look at my life, my career has not only fulfilled me so much, but it's also been such a important part of my own healing, and my identity and what I give back to the world. And so I would never ever have this career if it weren't for the pain that I went through when I was younger. I come from a really privileged family. When I started struggling, I didn't understand. I thought there was something so wrong with me. I was born 8 years younger than my two sisters. When I came along, it was a surprise. My parents, they were kind of done with parenting. They would go like a week trip together and then leave me with a babysitter. I was a really sensitive kid. And then I was also left alone a lot. When I went into kindergarten, quite a target to classes I didn't really fit in. The whole class rejected me. Nobody wanted to play with me. I remember not being invited to one birthday party the entire year. By the end of grade 5, people were throwing rocks at me in the playground. My parents were coming in to have meetings with the teachers again to try to figure out what to do. I was just so stressed from being at school. And then I went to a really rough high school. There were these 2 girls there that bullied me, broke into my locker, stole my Walkman. Homeroom class, it's 10 minutes of each day, and they would just yell this insult at me for the whole 10 minutes. I fell into a total deep depression, and it was my first major depression where I didn't want to be living in this world anymore. And I just was so depressed that I couldn't really function in life. I definitely was suicidal in grade 8. I would lock myself in my room and isolate. I used to do things just to hope that I would not be in this earth anymore. Mental health wasn't really a thing back then. It was a stigma to go to a counselor, a therapist. And so how I dealt with the depression and the anxiety, I pulled myself out by getting obsessed with food. I was drowning in grade 8 and I didn't know how to survive, and getting obsessed with food gave me purpose. So it's I don't know how to deal with all these problems, all this pain, all this depression. It's too vague. It's not clear. And so it's I'll just conclude that I'm fat. And then once I conclude that, then I have all these plans, and it becomes this kind of way of finding purpose in life when you feel like you're drowning. It's not a fun life. It's a terrible, terrible life living with an eating disorder. So when I was 17, my mom called the hospital for help, and they asked, the one major question was, how low is her weight? And it wasn't low enough, because even though the eating disorder was taking over my life, I have a muscly body, so it wasn't low enough. So they basically said they have nowhere to send me. I was so frustrated because I saw so many people suffering from it, but just because we're not bad enough, we're supposed to just get on with life and just figure things out. So I decided at 17 that that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be somebody who helps people in the gray area. I went back and got my master's, and now I work in an addiction center for women. And it seems to be the pinnacle of my experience of career, because I'm using all my skills. I use examples of when I was bullied when I was in kindergarten. So in learning about how to be a good practitioner for people, I learned how to heal my own mental health struggles. So it's almost all the culmination of my experiences and pain and memories. It shows up still today. It's hard. It's a long journey of healing, but I wouldn't be able to do this job, and I don't think I'd be the mom that I am if I hadn't gone through it.